Hello, I am Megan Benjamin, and this is my Metaphors screencast. So, first, to address the big ideas of the screencast, um, I think they were mostly the talking about the different metaphors for both literacy and knowledge and teaching, and that there are different types of knowledge: the applied knowledge, hard knowledge, soft knowledge, and then the different types of teaching and ways that you can portray that knowledge across. With the teaching for as telling and controlling, teaching as the celebrating experience, and teaching as transforming and transgressing. Um, and then what metaphors capture my knowledge? I would probably say the teaching as telling and controlling is one that relates to a lot of the things that I would teach in my math classes, especially in the lower kind of geometry, algebra classes, a lot of the rules and laws that we have to get across. And then with the literacy, I think that mine would mostly be the literacy as adaptation, using teaching students how their math skills can help them operate in their daily life, with, basic algebra and figuring out how to subtract and add money or any other things that they could use in their daily life. How one would know what to teach in my discipline. So I think, well, I majored in math in college, and so I, took a lot of math classes, and so knowing just, I think, the basics of math, high school math, you kind of need to know to teach the subjects, and for me, they were a little bit rusty, and so after taking the West E exam, I realized I am probably going to need to brush up on my subjects before I teach my courses. But I do think that pretty much anyone could teach my subject, could teach math. I mean, given the books and kind of if they had basic math knowledge, took high school math, I think that they could pick up a book and remember how to teach it. And let's see, do I see myself using reading, writing, or critical thinking activities? So yes, I think there will be some writing of proofs, um, which students usually don't think there's writing in math, but proofs are definitely a way that writing is incorporated, as well as figuring out story problems and maybe even writing their own story problems. I think that's a way critical thinking really comes into play when they have to do a word problem rather than just crunching numbers and doing algebra. But doing the word problems really makes them understand the math and use their critical thinking skills. And the types of reading and writing that's most valued in mathematics, I would say just what I just said, probably the story problems or kind of world problems that we use math to solve, kind of knowing how to read a paragraph that has all of the elements of the problem and figuring out all the pieces that are involved, and pulling out the different pieces to kind of lay out the problem and then dive in and solve it. Yeah, so that's me. Thank you, and bye.